Greetings to all. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Myself Sanchita Sanand, a first year law student from Galgodia's University and currently working as a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. So today the purpose of my video is to make you all aware about the new Consumer Protection Act of 2019. Digitization has provided easy access, a large variety of choice, convenient payment mechanisms, improved services, and shopping as per convenience. However, along the growth path, it also brought in challenges related to consumer protection. Keeping this in mind and to address the new set of challenges faced by consumers in the digital age, the Indian Parliament on 6th of August 2019 passed the landmark Consumer Protection Bill of 2019, which aims to provide the timely and effective administration and settlement of consumer disputes. The Consumer Protection Act of 2019 received the assent of the President of India and was published in the official gazette on 9th of August 2019. The new act will come into force on such date as the central government may so notify. The new act seeks to replace more than 3 decades old Consumer Protection Act of 1986. Set out below are some of the key highlights of the new act. First, covers e-commerce transactions. The new act has widened the definition of consumer. The definition now includes any person who buys any goods, whether through offline or online transactions, electronic means, teleshopping, direct selling, or multi-level marketing. The earlier act did not specifically include e-commerce transactions, and this has been addressed by the new act. Second is enhancement of pecuniary jurisdiction. Revised pecuniary limits have been fixed under the new act. Accordingly, the district forum can now entertain consumer complaints where the value of goods or services paid does not exceed Indian rupees 10 million. The State Commission can entertain disputes where such value exceeds 10 million but does not exceed 100 million. And the National Commission can exercise jurisdiction where such value exceeds 100 million. E-filing of complaints. The new act provides flexibility to the consumer to file complaints with the jurisdictional consumer forum located at the place of residence or work of the consumer. This is unlike the current practice of filing it at the place of purchase or where the seller has its registered office address. The new act also contains enabling provisions for consumers to file complaints electronically and for hearing and or examining parties through video conferencing. This is aimed to provide procedural ease and reduce inconvenience and harassment for the consumers. Next is the establishment of Central Consumer Protection Authority. The new act proposes the establishment of a regulatory authority known as the Central Consumer Protection Authority with wide powers of enforcement. The CCPA will have an investigation wing headed by a Director General which may conduct inquiry or investigation into consumer law violations. The CCPA has been granted wide powers to take suo motu actions, recall products, or order reimbursement of the price of goods or services, cancel licenses, and file class action suits if a consumer complaint affects more than one individual. Then is product liability and penal consequences. The new act has introduced the concept of product liability and brings within its scope the product manufacturer, product service provider, and product seller for any claim for compensation. The term product seller is defined to include a person who is involved in placing the product for a commercial purpose and as such would include e-commerce platforms as well. The defense that e-commerce platforms merely act as platforms or aggregators will not be accepted. There are increased liability risks for manufacturers as compared to product service providers and product sellers, considering that under the new act, manufacturers will be liable in product liability action even where he proves that he was not negligent or fraudulent in making the express warranty of a product. Certain exceptions have been provided under the new Act from liability claims, such as that the product seller will not be liable where the product has been misused, altered, or modified. Then is unfair trade practices. The new Act introduces a specific board definition of unfair trade practices, which also includes sharing of personal information given by the consumer in confidence unless such disclosure is made in accordance with the provisions of any other law. Penalties for misleading advertisement. The CCPA may impose a penalty of up to 1 million on a manufacturer or an endorser for a false or misleading advertisement. The CCPA may also sentence them to imprisonment for up to 2 years for the same. In case of a subsequent offence, the fine may exceed to 5 million and imprisonment of up to 5 years. The CCPA can also prohibit the endorser of a misleading advertisement from endorsing that particular product or service for a period of up to 1 year. For every subsequent offence, the period of prohibition may extend to 3 years. The new Act fixes liability on endorsers, considering that there have been numerous instances in the recent past where consumers have been fallen prey to unfair trade practices under the influence of celebrities acting as brand ambassadors. In such cases, it becomes important for the endorser to take the onus and exercise due diligence to verify the veracity of the claims made in the advertisement to refute liability claims. With the new Act all set to become the law, gone are the days where the consumer was asked to beware. A consumer is now the one who assumes to be treated like a king. Hence, it is important for consumer-driven businesses to be mindful of the changes in the legal landscape and have robust policies dealing with consumer redressal in place. Consumer-driven businesses must also strive to take extra precautions against unfair trade practices and unethical business practices. So, this was all about the new Consumer Protection Act of 2019. Thank you so much for devoting your time and listening to my video. If you really liked it, then please like, share and comment. And do subscribe to our YouTube channel Lexcliq for more upcoming such videos. Thank you so much and have a nice day.